Just the atmosphere and having all these kids, the game is starting to really grow internationally. Not only are they calling for Pally, but they're calling your name too. What does that sort of mean to you in the game and how it's growing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think hockey's been huge over here for forever. So I don't know. Don't they have school? I don't even know why. There's a lot of kids. So, but yeah, that's cool. I'm sure that's really cool for Pally.
And just to see the excitement about these games, right? This is kids who never really might get to see an NHL game. What do you think that can kind of do for this next generation of hockey players?
Yeah, that's definitely obviously really cool for them. Us North Americans, we grew up and there's NHL everywhere. So I'm sure they don't even want to watch a lot of NHL because it's so late at night. But there's great players that come out of Czech and Slovakia every year. So maybe some of these kids will be great players and they'll be able to say they came to these Global Series games, and that's pretty cool.
And when it comes to the game and gearing up, obviously you guys are here for those games and how important they are. What have you liked, regardless of what the results have been on the ice in the preseason, the way you guys are starting to establish yourselves with what Sheldon Keefe wants from you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's preseason, so new coach, we had a lot of new stuff that we had to get going. I think we feel better with it now.
How much are you guys chomping at the bit right now to get a game, get this underway?
Yeah, I think we're excited. We've been in Prague for a few days now, so it's I think we're really excited to play some hockey, and it's time.
Just as a follow-up with the kids and the fans, was it kind of cool to see all those kids there during your practice, cheering you on, almost every play, every rush, that type of thing? Someone scores, they start cheering. That
for sure. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, and I got to go to a NHL practice. It's really special, but when you're practicing all these morning skates in front of empty crowds, it's pretty fun when you have fans for practice. So
does it gear you up anymore? The last practice before the opening day of the regular season and kind of the atmosphere like this?
Not really. I think it is exciting. Seamus is playing his first game, another new year. So every year is exciting, and it's obviously a blessing. So we're excited, and definitely I don't think I'll start my career in Europe again like this in my NHL career. So this is definitely a cool experience.
And seeing all those kids, I mean, what does that sort of mean to you to see that type of enthusiasm for the game? Obviously, they're big hockey fans, but it's a completely different atmosphere for you guys.
Yeah, obviously there's a bunch of kids up there in the stands. It's a great feeling. We do these events and the league puts it on to grow the game, and to come over here and represent the Devils and the NHL. It's a huge opportunity for us as a group, and obviously that's what we do it for. They're out there cheering and tapping all the hands, and not necessarily they get to watch us in person all the time, so it's a special occasion, and we're definitely pretty grateful for it.
Do you remember any of your first interactions with an NHL player, when you were a kid?
First interaction.
It doesn't have to be the first one, but maybe something meaningful?
I would say when Danny Cleary won the cup and they had the cup parade back home. That would be my earliest memory of, I would say, an NHL moment, because, being from Newfoundland, there's no teams there. You're not really close. It's a lucky circumstance to get to watch a game live. So my first memory was, definitely when he brought the cup home.
So do you remember, what that feeling is like, and maybe what those kids are feeling right now?
Yeah,
different.
Hopefully one day, that we can show the Stanley Cup, and that'd be a bigger thing. But for sure, when you're a kid and you dream about that stuff, and you look up, and that's what you want to be when you grow up, it's definitely a huge situation for them out there that do it. And we're having smiles on our face too. We're enjoying it. We're having a great time, and it's good to see it back and forth between the young kids and us also.
How much are you guys looking forward to? You're on the eve of the season now. Preseason and training camp can feel long. How much are you getting just so amped for tomorrow?
Yeah, it's been obviously pretty different situation for a training camp, but I've enjoyed it a lot. I think it's great. We had a few games in action back in New Jersey, and then finally getting over here, it's a great team builder, team bond, and just grow the group. So right now we're using that to our advantage, and the main thing is obviously we have a game tomorrow, and we want to make sure that we're ready to go when that puck drops, and we've been putting the work in, and hopefully we'll have that outcome.
When you talk about putting the work in, obviously there's a lot of new things with Sheldon. We've talked a little bit about it, but now that you've had a lot more practices, a couple of preseason games, what do you feel like you guys are connecting with most about what he wants from you guys that maybe is different than what you've done in the past couple of years?
Yeah, I think just the details. He's really detailed during practice and how it is, so we've been trying to we get familiar with all the drills and do it the way. But definitely, he wants us to hold on to the puck, make plays, but also be smart with it. But we've been working a lot on situations to make us have the puck. And so we've really dialed in on the defensive side of it when we first started camp. And now, obviously, since we have that, pretty secured, he wanted to make sure that we, use our opportunity to keep the puck when we have it. So we've been really focused on that, and I think we made some good progress.
Thanks, Dawson. Appreciate it.
Talk a little bit about going onto the ice this morning and seeing all the kids there, the cheers, and seemed like every rush that you guys had, score a goal, the kids really are roaring. So what was that feeling like, and what is it like to finally get a game underway tomorrow night?
Yeah, I mean, it's great, see all the kids, all the fans there. Kids are cheering, they're excited, I could throw them some pucks. Yeah, it's a great feeling, and they're excited. And for us, we're excited, we had 2 good practices, and finally we can play a game tomorrow.
If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll go left side, second row. Corey.
Nico, how much was this kind of a different preseason for you guys with the travel and everything? And does it start to feel a little more normal now with the game getting ready to start tomorrow?
I mean, it's definitely not what you're used to, so it was a little different, but I think it was great. I mean, we got taken care of, and it was a great travel here. We had some good practices, like Pally said, and now, yeah, I feel like we're excited to get going here and play 2 games and then fly back. So we're looking forward for tomorrow.
Left side, second row.
Nico, could you please tell me what Ondrej Palat means for you younger guys in the team?
What?
What Ondrej Palat means for younger guys in the group?
Means a lot. I mean, he's won it all. So I think Palat just knows how to win and how to be a pro. I think having a Palat in the room, it's a present, and people understand what kind of guy he is and how hard he was working on and off the ice. And having him as a teammate, it's definitely better than playing against him.
Fourth row, left side.
Nico, I'll start with you, and then I'll ask Ondrej to answer the same question. What is possible for this team this year? What can you accomplish?
We got to have high standards, but I think it's a lot is possible. But I don't want our team to look on the big picture. I want us to take game by game, work hard every game, get better every day, and grow into the team that we can be and push the limits high. So, but there's definitely a lot of possible with this team.
Yeah, same thing what Nico said. We had a great additions to our team, but like I said, there's many teams that are sitting and saying the goal is to make a playoffs. So is ours, but we just need to be better than last year. We have a great team. We just need to embrace it, and it all starts tomorrow with tomorrow game and Saturday.
Front row on the right.
Ondrej, this is for you. It's a little along the lines of all the kids in the stands too. Just furthering it along, you're coming off the ice and they're screaming for you. You come back, you give sticks, you sign autographs, take selfies. Nico, you did it too. I'm just curious, being here and having that moment. Can you just kind of speak to what that means to you, to hear them screaming for you and to just interact with them?
I mean, it means a lot. It's, especially we won the World Championship here, so the whole Czech Republic was watching it. A lot of kids experience something like that for the first time. So they're excited. They love hockey here. And for me, it's special because, just the little things like that, throw them the puck or give them a stick or sign an autograph, take a picture. It comes a long way because, for us, sometimes it's just a little thing. For them, it's not lifetime changing, but it's just a very great experience. And I remember when I was a kid, when somebody threw me a puck, I was excited and I had the puck, above my bed. So it's just little things like that, I think, make it special for the little kids.
We'll take 2 more questions. Left side, third row.
Question for Ondřej in Czech and in English for Nico. Ondřej, jak jste zatím spokojen se svým působením v New Jersey a jak bude důležité pro vás nastartovat novou sezonu tady v Praze?
Tak první sezona nebyla úplně, nebo první sezona byla dobrá, udělali jsme playoff, zranil jsem se, měl jsem nějaké operaci třísla, takže, ale potom jsme udělali playoff, ale ta minulá sezona nevyšla ani mě, ani týmu, takže jsme byli zklamáni a teď se soustředíme na to, aby jsme měli dobrý začátek sezóny.
Nico, tell us something about Ondřej as a teammate.
As a teammate, best teammate you can imagine. No, I mean, I've pointed out already. I think Andre is a guy you want to have in the locker room, not just on the ice, in the locker room as well. Me personally, I can always go up to him and ask things. He knows, it's not his first season, it's not his second season. He knows a lot, so it's just good to have him around. He knows the game well. He knows what it takes to stay in the league a long time, and how to take care of your body and other things as well. So I love sitting next to you, Pally.
Last question, back left.
Ja, Nico in German. Wie ist es für dich, die Saison hier in Europa anzufangen?
Ja, sicher speziell. Ich habe das schon einmal erleben in Schweden, in meiner zweiten Saison. Darum habe ich da noch gute Erinnerungen und hier ist genau das Gleiche. Also Prag ist nicht weit weg von der Schweiz. Sicher auch Leute da, die ich hier werde sehen. Und ja, es ist sicher etwas Spezielles und die Spiele werden dir sicher immer lange Erinnerungen bleiben.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Ja. Thank you.
Hey, Sheldon. I wonder if a practice like that, where you have kids in the stands screaming and, players seem a little bit energized by it too, is something that really could be helpful as your team gets started here. Just a little extra wrinkle detail that goes into this whole experience.
Yeah, I thought, it helps kind of ramp it up. It's a much different environment here, not just the kids and the fans and people being present, but just the arena, the ice is now painted and crisp, and it feels more official, like everything's happening. We were in a far different environment in our previous practices at the different arenas. So, yeah, it helps bring us closer to where we want to be mentally in terms of the game being right there, and it brings a little bit of an edge to practice. I thought it kind of took us a bit to adjust, quite honestly, to get our practice really going, as it was just seemed like it was a little bit harder to keep focus early on, but I definitely think it helps give a mental boost at this point in the week, knowing that the games are right around the corner.
Front left, Amanda.
Going around the locker room today, some of the guys, saying how excited they are for Seamus Casey, basically confirming that he'll play tomorrow, make his NHL debut. What's it like for a coach to be a part of that, where you get to tell a kid that they're going to be, like literally a kid, that he's going to be making his NHL debut, and on such a unique kind of stage?
Yeah, it's fun, but there's more to it than that, obviously. We had a number of defensemen competing in camp for a spot, and there's no handouts here. He's earned it. He's impressed. He hasn't missed a beat since we've come out here in practices. He's looked good and confident. So he's earned the opportunity. As we talked about with our injuries, we have an opportunity here available on our back end, and he's given us every reason to believe in him. So yeah, to confirm it and let him know, that's going to be the case. And it's exciting as a coach. You don't get a lot of those types of moments, and I'm still the new guy here, right? So I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not part of it from the day he's drafted all the way through. So I'm sure there's a lot of people in the organization that feel pretty good just to see Seamus earn this opportunity so early in his pro career.
Left side, second row, Corey.
Just to follow up on today's practice, we've kind of talked a bunch about how different this preseason has been, but now it's, a day before the regular season. You didn't have to dress and drive on the bus. Does it start to feel a little more normal now, despite the fact that, you're across an ocean?
Yeah, certainly. As I said, just being here, having a little more of a simple day, you know, you have an 11 o'clock practice for us here today. I mean, aside from the team photo that we had to start practice off with, it was pretty normal day before game that way, and to be in this setting and kind of get your bearings here in this facility is nice. The guys are excited to go.
Front right.
Yeah, Sheldon, obviously big changes, big expectations, too, for this team. It's only preseason. You haven't dropped the puck yet on the regular season. But I'm curious, do you have yet a feel of the capability of this team?
I mean, I have a feel for it for sure because I'm familiar with the individuals. So we talk about expectations of the team, and I mean, we haven't, as you say, the puck hasn't dropped yet in the regular season. So any expectation the team has is based on individuals and the talent level on the team. And to that end, of course, to me, there's belief, and you know what the group is capable of. We're not there yet. We got to take this one step at a time here. We got to walk before we run, you know. And I think it's going to be a process. We're looking at daily improvement as a team. That's what we've been talking about throughout camp, and we're hoping obviously it comes all together for us here starting tomorrow night. But it's got 82 of these things to get through, and we want to make sure we're improving every single time out.
Left side, third row.
Coach, can you tell me something about Ondrej Palat? How important is or will be for your team, because experience, he had 2 Stanley Cups.
Huge for me. I mean, coming in here, you know, for me, of course, we got all sorts of young talent and lots of different ingredients, but to have someone like Palat and his experience and his accomplishments, and I'm so familiar with his game, you know, having played in the same division in Tampa, and of course watching him through their playoff runs and playing against him in the playoffs myself with Toronto. Yeah, it was tremendous for me to have him to lean on, to talk about things with, and run things by, have his perspective. And just even now, I mean, we're here to start our season here in his homeland, and just in preparations for this, it's something to bounce ideas off of and talk through. And he's been sort of the host for everyone, players and staff, of directing us in different to go to different places and what have you. So he's been tremendous. I think he's a very important player, not just because of what he does off the ice and the leadership that he can bring, but he plays hard. He doesn't take any shifts off, and he knows what's required to win.
Take 2 more questions for Coach, left side, second row.
Also about Ondrej Palat, what do you need from him as a player in the upcoming season and as a leader?
You just need him to be himself. You know, he's accomplished a lot in the league. He knows, as I said, he knows exactly who he is as a player, and he knows what's required to win, both in terms of individual performance and the collective team. So, you know, we just need him to do his job, but also help others do theirs and help bring the team together.
Do one more for Coach, back left.
Yeah, what's it been like for you coming in and the whole transition and the process, coming into a new team and bring your ideas of how to play hockey?
Yeah, it's been great. You know, it's been a lot. You know, right from this time of being hired, you come into an organization after spending 9 years in one place in Toronto between my time in AHL and NHL. It's all of a sudden coming into an organization where I literally knew 0 people. Even Tom Fitzgerald himself, I had never met before the process of being hired here. So getting to know who's who and what's what, that was an extensive process, and I certainly feel very comfortable now that we've been up and running for a while and we've been through an off season. I really liked our coaching staff that we put together and been able to work with. A combination of Jeremy Colton coming in with myself, and then those who were existing to be able to lean on. It's been great. I've enjoyed it. The players have been engaged. They've asked good questions. They've worked extremely hard. They've really bought into what we've been asking from them. And I'm excited to continue to grow our game and our team concept together.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
That concludes